kyun papa? This is what they say. So that means that education is very important. Don't let it go from you. Young paleontologists of India who have collected nearly 130 specimens of fossils. And I worked under 3 different beds in our India, one in Maharashtra and the other 2 in Tamil Nadu, named Ariyalur in Tamil Nadu and Gunduperumbeda again in the Tamil Nadu region, and a region called Sironcha in Maharashtra.
Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we have Ashwata here, who's only 14 years old from Chennai, and she is the youngest paleontologist in India. If you are wondering what paleontology is, not from me, but it would be better if she could explain that. And she have achieved numerous awards, and she has collected so far in this age of 14 about 134 fossils, which is not that easy. And let's all hear from Ashwata, and it makes me more curious to learn more about her and her journey, and to learn about the study of paleontology. So let's all welcome Ashwata together, shall we? Ashwata, hi.
Hello.
Thank you for coming here.
Yes, so hello everyone. This is Aswata Biju, a young paleontologist of India doing 8th grade. I used to create an awareness regarding the endangered field paleontology among school students, college students, research institutes, and other people in our India and globally. So far, I've educated more than 6,800 students and others in our India and around the globe.
That's really great, being a teenager, only 13 years old. You are a young paleontologist. And what is paleontology? Because please tell us about that. The people, some might not know, right? So they would like to hear.
Paleontology is a field where we study about prehistoric animals and the existence of life millions of years ago. We especially trace the Earth's history with the help of fossil evidences.
What kind of studies should we do to go on to the field of paleontology?
When it comes to paleontology, we should read a lot of research papers. Paleontology, we have a separate course called paleontology, and there is a branch of paleontology that gets into geology department and earth sciences.
So please tell us, how did you get your interest towards fossils, and how did this journey start?
When I was at the age, my father bought me an encyclopedia. That is the age when I was introduced to the field of paleontology. Because after getting inspired and curious, when my curiosity rose by seeing an ammonite fossil in that encyclopedia, I went to Egmore Government Museum, Geology Department, just to see the ammonite fossil for more than 10 to 15 times. As a result, in the end, by the age of 10, I understood that the fossil, the organism I have been seeing in Egmore Government Museum is a fossil, and we have a separate field for it, which is called the paleontology. That was the correct time when I was introduced to a new track called paleontology. And that is how my journey began. As a result, by age 11, I started conducting seminars, and I collected nearly 24 specimens during that age. And I began creating an awareness regarding the endangered field paleontology. But presently, as aged 14, I'm a young paleontologist of India who have collected nearly 130 specimens of fossils. And I worked under 3 different beds in our India, one in Maharashtra and the other 2 in Tamil Nadu, named Ariyalur in Tamil Nadu and Gunduperumbeda again in the Tamil Nadu region, and a region called Sironcha in Maharashtra. This is my journey and how I got into the field paleontology.
That's really great, because this age of 14, you have collected, you've been able to make it to 134 fossils. That's great, something very, very big to achieve. And you told you'll spread awareness. How do you actually spread awareness?
When I started giving awareness regarding the field of paleontology, it was through a mode of seminar because it was a practical one. I conducted seminars according to the age group, defining the according to the capacity that a child can hold. I shifted my type of introducing the field of paleontology in minds of people. For kids, I handled it in a different mode where many creative thinking and attractive characters were inbuilt. That is, I created my own story puppetry shows so that they could get interest towards the field of paleontology. So that was for kids. And for school students, I conducted normal seminars where simple terms were used. There were no hard terms or too much theoretical terms, so that if that's so students can't understand. So my presentation went slowly like that. And for college students, I conducted a seminar where all the paleontological terms and importance and evolution of the organisms during millions of years were taught. This is the mode I conduct my seminar. This is for a practical mode. When it comes to digital wise, I have been maintaining a digital repository and I write many articles. I have my own blog where I write a lot of articles regarding the field of paleontology and its fossil resources. I maintain a self-arranged tiny museum where I receive many good visitors. I have displayed all my 130 specimen of fossils over there. This is how I've been creating an awareness regarding the field of paleontology.
So you have won a lot of awards. Which one is your most prestigious award and why?
I consider all the awards I've received for the field of paleontology as a prestigious one because each and every award has a distinct property in it. It has a distinct way of giving. So I consider all the awards as a prestigious one because each and every award especially was meant for the field of paleontology, and during that time the field of paleontology stood in front of everyone. That's the place where people were also able to know that there is a separate field for paleontology. So I consider all the awards I've so far received as a prestigious one only.
That's something to be learned because if it's even great if you could achieve 1 or 2 awards in your life because award makes you happy and makes you do more. Definitely it should be prestigious, but any favorite award or which is close to your heart or which made you feel proud about yourself and you felt like I want to do more to achieve more.
And again, each and every award has filled my mind to do more and succeed more for the field of paleontology. First award I received, recognizing the field of paleontology, given by a women's organization named Picky FLO. They were the one who initially recognized the field of paleontology. I think that is an award that is still too close to my heart. But each and every award has a unique beauty in my own self and according to.
So what kind of support do you get from your parents, from your school, and how would you like to thank them over here?
I just not my parents or my mentors. I have supports from all the sides. When I go for a field work, the people in and around that particular locality helps me. And when I go in search for living fossil specimens near the coastal region, over there the fishermen help me. So everyone play a different role and a key role in supporting my whole journey. But in farming, each and everyone have a single term called, I'll say this particular term alone in Tamil. People say that, this is what they say. So that means that education is very important. Don't let it go from you. That is the meaning of that term. So each and every one had played a different role and they are still playing a key role in my whole journey through the field paleontology or since my childhood. Each and every person I have met have helped me in different angles. The fishermen have helped me in understanding the natural and major, according to the surrounding what's the natural phenomenon of each organism. They did not threaten me that these organisms are so poisonous, don't touch it, it might affect your body or it might kill you. Nothing was said by them. They were so simple that it is, if it's for your study, take it and see it. It might prick. If it pricks also, you will just have a little pain, and after a couple of time, it would move away. So everything I've got into myself was only in a positive angle. So everyone, I thank everyone who have supported me. And secondly, I would like to render my special thanks to my mentors and my parents, because without first and foremost and higher personnel, we cannot get into any type of field or any particular subject. So I thank my mentors who are still helping me all around the world. I thank all my mentors, because when it comes to a small puzzle or any identification or any other type of unknown fact, they help me right at that moment. I thank Dr. mentor Dr. Mu Ramkumar sir, who made me to get into the field paleontology. He was the person who introduced me to the field paleontology and politics. Right at that moment, I would like to thank all my mentors.
And what is your dream? What do you want to be? And is there any dream award which you would like to achieve?
So my main aim, or I could recreate few organisms, or I would like to especially study on the biological and especially the morphological structure of organism, and deal in microbiology, and also about the molecular understanding of each animal, their DNA. I would like to get into that and become a specialized paleontologist in that category. And when it comes to my dream award, my dream award for the field paleontology is getting the Nobel Prize for the field paleontology. That is my dream award. These are my main aim and goals.
All the best for that. I am sure you will achieve it one day. All the best. I can give you hopes, and I'm sure you will achieve. And what would you like to tell to young budding paleontologists out there, or young children?
So my request, this is like not an advice, but this would be my request, and that is, people after seeing what is this and seeing what is paleontology and fossils, they may get curiosity, but following the curiosity in a right mode is advisable rather than getting out of track. Because when paleontology is a field where we need interest and we need passion towards it, that defines the field paleontology. Until and unless you if you don't have passion and interest, nothing is going to be happening. Because paleontology is such a dry subject, but still an interesting one. And until and unless you don't have an interest or passion, you cannot understand what's in it. So I would advise each and every young minds who would like to get into the field of paleontology to consider paleontology in a passionate form rather than taking it up as a hobby, so that paleontology could also succeed a lot in the upcoming future. This would be my request. In the end, I would like to thank Uncle for taking his valuable time for past 2 months, because I was held up with a lot of academic sessions, and I had a lot of academic exams too. I was not able to get into this particular interview, but still Uncle did not give up, and he was working on for past 2 months. I really thank Uncle. And right now, just a few minutes or an hour ago, I met you, but still I thank Uncle a lot. I render my special thanks to you both.
Definitely. First of all, thank you for joining. It is a great pleasure meeting you, and meeting such personalities and inspiration like you makes me do more, and also the people watching, to get inspired. So there's nothing much. You're so sweet. You've shared a lot of stories with us, and you just make it more special. And thank you, Ashwata, for joining us, sharing all your stories, sharing your journey of becoming a young paleontologist, and for sharing about the study of paleontology. It was so interesting to hear from you, and you're so inspirational. I would like to tell that here. And you have a long way to go. You already succeeded in this age of 14. Imagine you growing up, being 27 or 20. You have grown so far now, and you will grow from what you are now, and I'm sure of that.
Thank you so much again, once again.
The viewers watching this, if you like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications, because next week you don't have to miss me interviewing another child. Until then, this is Hasini signing off, and we have Ashwata also. Bye bye.
Hi everyone, thank you all.